what do we have coming up with in 2 weeks on August 29th?
Yeah, we have 5 different secret layers. They are all based on D&D Commander, the Baldur's Gate. This is what I have requested, so I appreciate Wizards listening to me, saying pick a commander and put cards with it.
Yep.
And that's exactly what they did here. The first one is going to be Astronon's Thirst.
Let me do one more thing. I'm going to remind people again. We're going to talk about breakpoints again, because it could be, it's be split video. Breakpoints again. When we do the breakpoints, if we say a breakpoint 2 or 3, if I say a breakpoint 2, it means you only have to buy 2 of these, and you'll get that one for free, and then from that point forward, it is a profit. Mature timing, 10 to 16 months, and what that means is after you get these in hand, it takes about that long for the prices to get where I'm talking about today. All right, now we're all done with that. Everything here is going to be, you don't have to say this every single time, but everything's $30 for non-foil, $40 for foil. So just kind of get that idea. All right.
I spent that whole time trying to figure out how to actually say his name, but it's Astarion the Decadent?
Yeah,
or Astarion's Thirst.
Yeah, Thirst. Yeah,
that's the name of this one. There are, I believe, 5 cards in this one, and the first one's Astarion the Decadent. This is a 50-cent one from Baldur's Gate. It's target, at the beginning of your end step, choose one. Target opponent lose life equal to the amount of life that they lost this turn, or you gain life equal to the amount of life you gain this turn as Death Touch lifelink. And it's not one that piqued my interest. Rereading it's pretty cool, but 6 mana is a lot.
Oh, it's nice that it isn't a. Both of us have not we're like, oh, are these new cards? And like, oh shit, no, they're we just didn't play.
Yeah. It just wasn't something that really
got
us there.
It's nice that it's at the beginning of your end step. That it isn't when you come in, choose one and it stays that way. I like that you get to choose that. And it's only your end step, so you won't get this when it's on other people's. So anyways, okay. So we got, Vampire, Elf, Rogue. And what goes with it? Well, some fantastic cards here.
Exquisite Blood. This is the one that whenever an opponent is dealt or loses life, you get to gain that much life. 5 mana enchantment and has appropriate art. Vampire. It's great.
We did get a secret layer of this, so there's direct pricing. That was also a vampire one, so that one's a pretty easy one to compare to. And then they got the infinite
paired
combo
right
here.
with Sanguine Bond. They combo together, they'll win you the game.
Yeah.
Again, appropriate art. Great thing going on. Then you also have Anguished Unmaking, which is exiling target non-land permanent. You lose 3 life. Great instant. It's being reprinted plenty at this point, though, as well. It used to be a couple dollar card. Now it's
I will admit,
50 cents.
this is the card that I always take out of when we're doing our budget upgrade decks.
It's a solid
nice,
card
because it is a non-land permanent, so you hit anything that isn't a land, so it's pretty nice.
It's better than the next card,
Right.
Mortifying. That destroys target creature enchantment. Same mana cost, same instant. So it's still classic black-white card, though. It's great.
Yeah. Okay. So all of those. So we had the main dude. He's 19,000 EDH Rec Dex. Exquisite Blood 107. Sanguine 126. Anguish Unmaking 241, and Mortifies 121. So these are all still. That's a breakpoint 3. So you buy 3 of those, you get one of them free. Other side of things, $70 after fees. That brings you a breakpoint 3 as well. That's a little close with 40, 80. You're $10 off from a breakpoint 2. But still, buying 3 of these gets you 1 free and then profit from that point forward. I love the art and all this stuff. So and these 2 I have used. I don't have them in any decks at this point, but Sanguine and Exquisite Blood. And then the shirtless vampire. Pretty sexy.
Yes.
Thirst Trap. All right. Then we move on to the next Dungeons and Dragons drop.
This one's going to be called Karlach's Rage. And so you have mono red. Basically, there's going to be Karlach, Fury of Avernus, which is the one is whenever you would attack. If it's the first combat phase, you get another one. Untap all your creatures. Also choose a background. 5 mana. It's a tiefling barbarian.
Hey,
I like that I knew how to say it this time.
You said it right. Yeah. I even practiced it beforehand too. I was like, oh, it's a tiefling. It's a tiefling. It's not a tiefling. They one thing that is added in here I just caught is they gain first strike.
Yeah.
on the untap. They gain first strike until end of turn, which is kind of nice. But yeah, this one, if you're playing a deck that does a lot of multiple attack stuff, this should be an auto include in there for a 5-drop. That's not that bad. And actually, she's a $20 card, dude. So $20 in non-foil and $30 in foil is what I have her at. She's in 68,000 EDH rec decks, and it makes sense because it goes in those type of decks. All right.
Yeah.
Urza's for life. Yes, thanks, Tad.
You got get the fuck out. City on Fire is another one. Appropriate art with the Tiefling. This is the enchantment with Convoke, and then sources you control deal damage to a player. It deals triple that damage instead. It's a great card. It has been reprinted in like a couple of times, so that's probably why it's cheap, and it's still in standard.
Yep.
But it's really cool art here.
Yeah, love this.
Probably my preferred way.
Yep. 70,000 EDH rec decks, $10 for non-foil, 15 for foils. Could be higher than that because of the special art there, but all right, the next one.
You got Stranglehold, which is an oldie but a goodie. It's interesting. I think it just got a Judge promo foil in the last year or two as well. But this is the one that your opponents can't search the libraries and extra turns can't be had and by opponents. So solid one.
Yep.
That goblin that's being picked up looks like it likes it. So that's what's happening.
Yeah, $10 to $15, 10 non-foil, 15. This is only in 12,000 EDH rec decks. It's still used. But it's a great one if you have a lot of people that do a lot of searching. Which if you play fetches and all that stuff, this is a great shutdown card. And if you kill those extra turn players. This one, I love the art in this. This one, she's looking at you, Larry. She's
not me. I don't want that. Thrill of Possibility, though. That's the draw 2, discard 1. It's discard a card in additional cost, and then you draw 2 cards. It's an instant, though. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
But
it's
really cool card.
Not expensive. Yep, $5 each. I kind of have that there. 225,000 EDH rec deck. So this one is used a lot. And then the big guy in the drop here.
Big one is Dolmen Gate, which is it has a Lorwyn printing, the list printing, and then this one right here. Premium art right here for sure. But that prevents all combat damage that could be dealt to attacking creatures you control. 2-mana artifact. This is a great card for aggressive decks, and there's plenty of them out there.
Yeah, and for the lack of printings that there are of this card, it's still in 38,000 EDH rec decks. Lowest you can get this card is $18. Highest is quite a bit higher. I didn't put it at that, but I have it at about $30 for this one. The one, that's why, because the one foil printing is a Lorwyn printing, so it's quite expensive. That's old. Okay, so we get down to the break point here. $73 for your foil or non-foil side of things. When you minus fees, it brings you down to $59. So that's $1 away from a break point 2. So I'm calling a break point 2 to 3. And you go to the foil side of things, $95 total value. Minus fees brings you down to 71, and that's a solid break point 3, close to a break point 2. So this one, very good. I like this one. The art is amazing. This tiefling is she's nice. She's nice to look at. All right, we move on to the third drop here. This one is a lot of cards. This one has a lot.
All right, an exhibition of adventure. A Sararak. Sorry.
There you go.
The Archlich. 2 mana and a black for a 5/5 creature. When it comes into play, I should probably just read this one because whenever it enters, if you haven't completed Tomb of Annihilation, return it to its owner's hand and venture into the dungeon. Whenever it attacks, for each opponent, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token unless that player sacrifices a creature. It's a really cool deck. If you want to be playing
dungeons,
your dungeons, that's great. Tomb of Annihilation, you get a lot of work done there for 3 mana.
Yep.
So
for 3 mana. Yep. And this would be the only drop that the face commander isn't throughout the whole thing. So now we just got a variety of cards in this one.
Oh. Right.
That little dude there's in 17,000 EDH rec decks. I didn't really think there's a lot of value with that one, but $5 to $10, 5 non-foil, $10 foil. This is our big guy in this one. This is holding this whole thing together here.
Yeah, you have Goldspan Dragon, which again they've been starting to reprint pretty aggressively, but
this art
is going to be really unique, very
so
in
sweet.
that D&D style.
Yeah.
This is just kind of making treasures sack for 2 mana instead of 1.
Yeah,
That's
and
the
then
big
whenever
thing.
it attacks or becomes a target of a spell, you create a treasure as well. So it has haste, so you get a treasure right when you get it in. We got more Urzas for life. There we go. Renshai there as well. I'm going to need to get you your own button there, or you just say it. Get the fuck out. But yeah, this art.
All are welcome here. They're okay.
Goldspan is in 128,000 EDH rec decks. Lowest you can get is 26. So 26 for non-foil, 42 for foils, where we're thinking this one's going to go. Could go a little bit higher than that. And then we get into Fell the Mighty, huh?
Yeah, Fell the Mighty is a wrath type card that all creatures deal damage to itself equal to its power. For 5 mana sorcery, the art is pretty cool, unique. I'll bet you it's going to be gorgeous in foil.
That's a good point.
But it's a cheap card.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah, the best. I mean, it goes really well in Arcades decks. Other than that, it's like, yeah, I don't see that used a lot. What is it? Well, I guess it's used. It's in 49,000 EDH rec decks. It's a way to kill. If you have big butt creatures, it's good to be in there. But like you said, only a $5 card.
Oh, no. I was thinking. Sorry, I said the wrong card.
Greater power.
Destroy all creatures with power greater than target creature's power. So this is actually great in feather. This is a feather one. So I don't know what I was thinking of. It was another.
Well, it also, like I was saying, the Arcades. I was thinking, what is the other one? There is the one where it's they do damage to their power.
I don't remember now.
Yeah,
but that's the one I was thinking of. But this is cool.
Then we get another. This one's been printed a bit with Secret Layers, but this is a really sweet art on this one.
Yeah, it's another ponder.
We just talked
a dragon.
About it. The other one
around an orb, and it looks gorgeous.
Yep. Ponder again. What did I say it was in? Oh, it's in 281,000 EDH rec decks. This one I think is going to be quite a bit. I think this one's going to be a $15 to $20. Well, because you can compare it to other Secret Layers. So that's kind of the nice thing. Is you're like, oh, well, this Secret Layer, we had it in the 30th anniversary. We're getting it again. But we are getting 2 printings back to back in Secret Layers with it. So, but it's pondered.
From this one, Renshai is saying that all of the art is from old D&D books. And
sweet.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
That's really cool then.
The next one is Reality Shift. That's the one that exiles a card and then it becomes a 2/2. But the art in this drop, this one specifically, is fantastic. Yep. It's crazy good.
Yep. 195,000 EDH rec decks. Not an expensive card. $5 across the board. This is the one that, like I was saying, what Renshai was saying is I've used this for one of proxies. This next one.
Treasure Vault.
Yeah, so this is from one of the books, and that's how I got it. But anyways, what do we got here?
Faithless Looting, another used a ton card, cheap, but I'm all for different arts and cool arts for this one.
Yep, 359,000 EDH rec decks. I think this will be a little bit higher though. I think this one, because it's used so much, and this is such a cool art here, probably be about $10 to $15 for a foil, non-foil on this one. And this is one I didn't realize. I haven't used this one, and so I was like, oh, it's a new card, and I was like, oh no, it's not.
Yeah, so Monster Manual's in this one as well. It's an adventure card. When you cast a sorcery, it mills 5, and you can put a creature back in your hand that you milled, and then you can pay 2, tap the artifact part of the adventure, and put a creature card from your hand into the battlefield. So both really cool aspects of it.
Look at that. This is why thank you, Renshai, for being on and helping us out here. It tells you where the book is from. So Monster Manual 3rd edition, 2000. The Faithless Looting was Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Player Handbook from 1978. Then we had a 1989 for the Reality Shift. 2008 for the Ponder.
If you pick this
1975
flavor text, I'll be able to figure out what it is pretty quick. By the way, stump the Smith.
Yeah.
So.
Well, will you though? Because it doesn't say anything about it. It just says
Right, but it's pretty obvious that it's going to be in this.
Yeah, you're right. All right. So
This
Monster
drop.
Manual. Okay, that was it for the drop there. Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in that drop. When you look at the non-foil side of things, we're at $74. After fees brings you down to $58, which is a breakpoint of 3. It's really close to a breakpoint 2 there, like the last one. Foil side of things, $102. We got some big bangs on Goldspan. Ponder is going to be a little bit more expensive. I think I'm underestimating some of these bigger ones like Faithless Looting. Some of the bigger, Faithless Looting. What is my other big one? Reality Shifts used a lot, and I already did Goldspan. Okay, so I think those might be higher, but I'm low estimating here. But 102 after free fees brings you down to 79, which is $1 away from breakpoint 2. So we're gonna call that a breakpoint 2 to 3.
Yeah.
Okay, more drops. Here we go. What's the next one we got here? We got 2 more drops on here.
This one's going to be called Death is in the Eye of the Beholder 1. So this is Xanther, Guild Kingpin. This is the one that allows you to cast a spell off of one of your opponents, like top of the library. It's decent. I think number 2 has this deck. I don't know if he still does, but
$10 to $15. It's in 14,000 EDH rec decks.
all right, and the next one is going to be Beholder's Petrification Ray, which is really blood money, which is Wrath, create a treasure for each
non-token
creature destroyed.
Yep. Blood money's in 40,000 EDH rec decks. Not expensive. $5 card, so it's not terribly crazy. This one's a fun one. Was really expensive until they reprinted it a bit, but
Beholder's Charm Ray, which is reskin for bribery, which is stealing a creature from an opponent's deck and putting into play under your control.
Yep.
Pretty sweet card.
Yep. I first saw you play this, and I was like, holy shit, this is ridiculous. I want that card.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is in 24,000 EDH rec decks. We do have another Secret Lair with that one. It was the one that was Japanese art, I think, or one of those ones that we had that whole drop that was around the Kamigawa ones, I think. So that one it's not that expensive. It's probably about a $10 card. Okay. But this is a nice art on that one. And then we got a couple.
You have Beholder's Slowing Ray, which is reskinned of Delay, which is a counterspell that suspends the card instead of straight up counters it.
Yep.
So
65,000 EH rec decks, $10 to $15 for this one. I like the art on that. That's kind of cool. This one is, I didn't realize how expensive this card was, but okay, go ahead.
Stifle did it's been going up dramatically over the summer, but Beholder's Sleep Ray, which is Stifle, reskin of that looks really good. I like that one. But it counters target activated or triggered ability.
It is actually in the Mystery Booster Box 2, Mystery 2, so it will be coming out with that. Non-foil's $16 and foils are 32. This is used in 14,000 EDH rec deck, so that's a good number. But the one that's probably the biggest in this whole drop here for amount of decks is this next one, actually. We have a couple Secret Layers here.
Drown it in the Law?
Yep.
You think that's the most? Oh, that's in the most decks.
Most decks.
Is that what you're saying?
Yep. Not the
Beholder's Fear Ray. Okay. But yeah, that's used a whole ton, right? This is the second time in a Secret Lair as well.
Yep, because it was in the I think it was the Mystical Archive for ones or whatever it is. Yeah,
I do really like that art though.
Yep. So this is in 71,000 EDH rec decks, $10 to $15 foil non-foil foil. So okay, so we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in this one. Non-foil side, we're looking at $59 after fees and everything brings us down to 47. So again, another breakpoint 3. It's kind of nice we're getting these breakpoint 3, breakpoint 2-ish card, because the last couple it's been like breakpoint 5, breakpoint 6. So this is kind of nice to have these higher ones. Foil side of things,
just better.
Yeah. $91 minus fees, 71 brings you to also a breakpoint of 3. So all of these, if you buy 3 of them, you're getting one free. And this is underestimating. I'm just telling you now, a lot of this is underestimating. If you get that give it time to breathe there. All right, so our last drop here
Last one's going to be Death is the Eye of the Beholder 2. And this one's going to be the Kazarak, the Eye Tyrant, the red-black one that kind of does some goading and damage and drawing in cards. This is a really, really cool card. So
yeah, because it's whenever you attack
like
a player, tap a target creature, and then it's goaded. And then when an opponent attacks one or your opponents, you and that attacking player each draw a card. So yeah, it's really incentivizing people to attack other people, and you're kind of forcing it with the goading stuff. I do like that a lot. I think when we did the breakdown of this one, this was one I was like, I really want to build this, and then I never did. Anyways, 24,000 EDH rec decks, 10 to 15 non-foil foil. Then we got this little guy.
Then you got Beholders, Enervation Ray, which is Defile, which is from Modern Horizons. Target creature gets -1/-1 for each swamp you control.
76.
Hashtag Team Swamp Walk.
76. Get the fuck out. 76,000 EDH rec decks. $5 to $10 for that little guy right there. This one, if this was the first time it was printed since, but it wasn't. It got printed. What was the other one? Was it a Double Masters? I think it was.
Double Masters, yeah. So Beholder's Paralyzing Ray, which is Oubliette, which is target creatures phased out as an enchantment, black. It's old school from Arabian Nights, and cool reprint right here.
22,000 EDH rec decks, $10 to $15 non-foil foil. Got a lot of like hitting their stuff is what this seems like in this drop.
Yeah. Beholder's Deathbray, reskin of Snuff Out, which is you can pay 4 life to cast it for free if you have a swamp and it destroys target non-black creature. Can't be regenerated.
Snuff Out is 50,000 EDH rec deck. This one's a little more expensive, $15 to $20. When was the original printing of Snuff Out?
Mercadian Mask.
Okay, so yeah.
And then it just got, I want to say, its first reprint back last year in the Doctor Who decks.
Oh, yep. I think that's what I was actually going off of.
There might be a list in there or something too, but
we got 2 more in this drop here.
You got Beholder's Telekinetic Ray, which is a reskin of Fling, which is a 5-cent card.
Yeah.
But cool art.
Yep, cool art.
People like
$5.
Fling is you sacrifice a creature and it deals the damage of a power to any target.
Yep, so you can pump something up all the way and kill somebody to the face. That's normally what happens when you use that, but you can kill creatures and everything too. So 43,000 EDH rec decks, like I said, $5 for that across the board. And then our last card in the drop.
You have Beholder's Disintegration Ray, which is Fire Covenant reskin, which is when you cast it, paying it, more life, and then as much life as you paid, you get to deal damage split among any amount of creatures.
And so they're making sure you can't kill players. God, that'd be nice if you could do that. I love the art in this one. Yeah, it would be. There was a card that Trombley played that we thought completely misread or thought it or whatever. And you're like, no, you guys are playing that wrong. Anyways, 36,000 EDH rec decks. This one did have a Secret Lair printing as well. Surprisingly, because of the Secret Lair printing, it's pretty easy to figure this one. That's actually a $20 card for non-foil and $30 in foil for the Secret Lair stuff. So
nice.
Okay. Across the board again, let's do the breakpoint. Non-foil, $65 after fees, brings you down to $52. Guess what? It's a breakpoint 3. On the foil side of things, $95 after fees, $74. Another breakpoint of 3. Okay, so that would be it for all the drops, but we do know 2 of the bonus cards. Let's get rid of that. Let me see. I gotta get my folder up. Was it D&D? Okay, let's get these previews up here. Oh, don't be okay. There's one, our first one. I'll get both of them going, so I don't have to do this twice.
Battle Angel of we're gonna do Prosperous Innkeeper, which is.
I do have to give a shout out to Mr. Anderson, aka Adam number 4, and Renshai for giving us the previews or posting that on the Discord and stuff. And that was Mr. Anderson hooked us up screenshotting these here. So, okay, go ahead. Prosperous Innkeeper.
Yeah, so Prosperous Innkeeper is probably the secret card that a lot of you will get, including myself. And it's cool art, again, D&D style.
But yeah, it's only going to be a $5 card there. But the big
at best.
Yeah, the big guy is going to be this one right here.
Yeah, Battle Angels of Tyr. That's a $10 to $15 card, but that has Myriad, and if they deal damage, you get like treasures and life and drawing cards, and it's pretty cool.
I love it in my Duke deck. It's such a good card, and it doesn't have to be in a Duke, like it can be in any deck because of the Myriad stuff, and it's not that expensive. Just think of that. Sarah's Angel we used to think was a badass. Now we got this Angel out here. Like, it's just crazy. But yeah, that's $10 to $20 card, like you said, 10 to 20 in that range. So I think it would depend on your drop there too. But like you said, we're probably gonna get the Innkeeper. Probably 10.
Gonna get that Innkeeper.
9 out of the 10 are gonna be the Innkeeper, and your 1 is gonna be the Angels of Tyr. Okay, Lowry, we have to do this. We know is it worth it stuff, but we have the one spec. You got to pick one of these, Lowry. We got one out of all these secret layers, including the mystery booster box. We're going to do the mystery, the box, or festival in a box.
Do it all together.
All of those together. You have to do this. Let's hit it.
In the common tongue, it says one
spec
to rule them all. One
spec.
We didn't really say if it was worth it or not through the whole our opinions.
Well, you mean for each one you're saying?
Yeah, we didn't really. That's fine. It's fine.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, we should
fine.
have done each one. Yeah, you're right. We should have done after each. I mean, they're all breakpoint 3s. Like, to me, like the highest we had was a
they're
breakpoint
all the same
3.
for you.
So for me, like they're all breakpoint 3s. They all have value. It's just more so on what is the best value. Okay, so I'll let you go first.
Right. I know what I'm getting. I'm gonna go with the one with Goldspan Dragon.
Yeah, that's
like that art is fantastic. It's ridiculous. That is, again, I don't normally buy secret layers more than one, and this one I'm probably gonna buy at least 2 of.
Yeah.
So like that Ponder, Reality Shift, Faithless Looting.
So that's
I really like the guidebook. Like I have used all of these cards, and I think I don't have the 5/5 for 3. I might have it, but I don't think I do.
Yeah, that's a pretty
again,
good
that's
one,
another
Larry.
draw.
I think if I'm choosing different, but I think if I didn't want to choose different, that would probably be the one I want to get as well.
Okay.
I would say is my one spec. Now let's see. What would be my? Should have done this ahead of time. Man, that is probably the best one though. You know what?
I mean, 7 cards is huge as well.
Yeah. What I am picking the one that's my thirst trap, which is the Tiefling gal. There's 2 $30 cards in it, you know, so that you can't go wrong with that. With her being a $30 card at least, and then you have the Dolmen Gate, like it's kind of a no-brainer. And these are all highly used cards, every single one of them. Stranglehold was 12,000, but it's a used card. And the breakpoint was, I mean, the total value was 71, so it's towards the higher end of it. Yeah, I think that's probably the one if I was to go put all my money in on.
Is Dolmen Gate the most expensive card out of everything we've seen, other than maybe?
No. Stifle was up there. Goldspan Dragon is 40 plus for the foils. And Exquisite Blood is about almost a $40 card there too. But getting 2 cards, like what I like, the secret layers I like is when you have, you know, they do a lot of times is one big daddy and then a bunch of medium and then a couple crap cards. When you have 2 big daddies, it makes it a lot easier to get your money's worth because you can sell those 2 can easily pay for the whole thing and you get, you know, a good profit. Now when you the one you picked, when you're dealing with 7 cards and you have 1 big daddy, a medium, like 4 medium daddies. You have a 20, a 10, a 15, a 15.
And big daddy.
Yeah, a lot of big daddies and little daddies and medium daddies.
Dice daddy.
But yeah, okay. So those are all the drops. So this one is going to be going on sale in 2 weeks. So that is August 27th. And it is limited quantity. So they're going to sell out. Just this is what the,
these
what
are going to sell out.
Not only is it because it's D&D, but they're just everything that with the pattern that we've been seeing, everything kind of just sells out, especially when it's a theme that people like. And the D&D, these are good cards. Like these are good drops. We haven't had across the board a good drop like this all the way. All 5 of them are good. So the bundles are probably going to be the thing to look at when the time comes. So
Hey Meat Force, could you kindly tap the like and subscribe button? And if you're ever in the mood, head on over to commandersmiths.com and you can get the shirts and mugs you see on the screen and some other stuff. Thank you.